What's up, guys? I'm Spider-Man NGTZombies, and we have an Easter egg compilation for you for Advanced Warfare EXO Zombies on Outbreak. It's game over, man. Game over. Call in a rescue. It's worth 50 G's. It's the main Easter egg in EXO Zombies. All right, so we're going to go through it step by step with you. We're going to add some annotations so you can skip parts, and we're going to have everything for you here from starting from the beginning all the way to the end. All right, guys, so stay tuned. Here we go. Step one is we're going to retrieve an encrypted box. It's like a black box, I think, for that helicopter, and we're going to deposit it into the computer room, which is just outside the morgue, inside the Atlas facility. So here we are in the morgue, and you can see I still have that black box in my possession, my inventory right beside my key card. We're going to walk up to the computer system here, and that middle monitor, we're going to hit X, and it's going to deposit that box right there, all right? And then the computer is actually going to speak to us. So let's take a listen here.
A security badge clearance is required to unlock encryption.
We're going to need to upgrade the security clearance on all 4 of our badge IDs to get past the encryption.
So what we typically have in Easter eggs are hints. Well, we get hints here of what to do next. Okay, so we need our security badges, but where are they? Where are our security badges? Well, if a character walks up to the computer again and hits X, they actually get another message from the computer. But it appears that it only works the first time you do it each playthrough. So we had to run through a bunch of different times and get each character's computer commentary in order to determine where their cards were. So let's listen to each of those right now.
Not gonna waste time finding my badge. I'll just print a new one. Just need to modify the 3D printer process.
Pretty sure I left my ID badge in my office as I never used it.
My badge is missing. I looked everywhere I can think of. Maybe I dropped it in the incinerator room. I had to check on a break-in the other night.
Well, it seems we're all missing our badges. I don't know where to look, because if I did, it wouldn't be missing. Maybe some young fuck took it and brought it to the holding cells. I don't know.
All right, so we got to find the 4 key cards. We're going to start with Lilith's key card, or Rose McGowan, okay? So what you have to do is basically get an EM1 out of the 3D laser printer. We need an EM1 weapon that's a laser weapon, and then what you're going to do, and you can do this with any character, and this Easter egg can be completed, I believe, with 1 to 4 characters. We did it with 2, okay? So if you are one of the characters who is picking up your own card, you have to. If a character is not in game for a card that you're going to pick up, then it can be any other player. But if it's your card, you have to pick it up, all right? So Rose actually, or Lilith, pulled the EM1, so she's going to hit the 3D printer again and fire the EM1 at it at the same time. You have to fire, it's the laser beam actually impacts the laser printer somehow, and you end up, instead of getting a gun, you get her ID card as per the computer instructions or the computer hints that we heard a few minutes ago. Now you can identify that you've actually picked up an additional card because see the digits, the 00 on my card? If I had picked up that card, it would now read 01. So that's further confirmation that you have another card. If you're only one player in this, then once you have all the cards, your number should be at 4. If there are 4 players, then each player's number should be at 1. All right, guys, second card we're going for is Decker's, or John Bernthal's, okay? What you have to do for his, because he mentioned, oh, he might have lost it in the incinerator while he was investigating a break-in. Well, the only way to get to the incinerator are via the 2 garbage chutes, one right across or in behind the MP11. The other is in the EXO room just to the right of the biohazard warning container, okay? And you have to have at least 2 characters simultaneously go down each chute. You have to coordinate it. You're going to go down each chute, and instead of being deposited where you would normally be deposited, either near spawn or in this EXO testing facility, you're actually going to end up in the incinerator. It's kind of like Star Wars, all right? And what you have to do once you're down there, the characters, you have to just shoot the ground. Basically, he dropped the card the other day, and there's dirt and stuff that has gotten on top of it. So you're shooting the ground, and it's not one specific location. You can try, if you're facing the wall that's pushing towards you, you can try shooting at the front left, front right, and then work your way back a little bit. The card's going to be very difficult to see. I would suggest just spamming X. I know it's difficult because X is also reload, but we had a hard time with it. There was only one instance where we actually very visually saw the card, but like I said, it's kind of weird where it is. So just keep hitting X, keep shooting, and you might have to try a few times at the beginning of a round or something, but eventually you will get it, and you will have Decker's security card. The third card we're going to obtain is John Malkovich's. It's, or Oz. It's in the holding area. There are two cells in the holding area that are sort of raised. You're going to need the EXO ability Slam, the EXO Slam ability, okay, in order to complete this step. And some ammo. Make sure you have like some SMGs, LMGs, or whatever with ammo or assault rifles. You're going to go into that holding area. There are two cells that are raised, but underneath the one that is sort of in the middle of that whole section, you'll see there's a pipe out of place. It's kind of stuck into the piston. Well, you got to shoot that out of there. You can shoot it from the side. You can shoot it from the top. So you're going to need some ammo, SMG, assault rifle, LMG, and you basically just keep shooting it until it drops down. And it prevents the piston from that center cell from dropping down. Then you're going to have all the players. So if you're running one player, you can do it with one player. Two, you have to have two. If you're running four, you have to have all four do this. You have to use your EXO Slam ability and basically jump up and land on that middle cell to drive it down. And what happens when you drive it down, it pops the one up that's in front of it. Well, the one up that's in front of it, if you're facing it, you're on top of the middle one, you're facing the one that's going to pop up, John Malkovich's card is in that cell. You just go up to the door on the left-hand side and you grab it. You pound X, you just mash X, and you will pick it up. And that is the third card. All right, so for Bill Paxton's or Mr. Kahn's card, you have to activate these 4 security switches that are located in the administration area. Now, these switches can't be activated unless you're infected, so you got to wait for an infected round, but I'm going to show you all 4 of them before we do that. And you have to, if you have one player, then when you're infected, you have to go and hit X on each of the 4 switches. So, one player, 4 switches. 2 players, 2 switches each. 4 players, 1 switch each. If you're 3 players, I'm not sure. 1 player has to hit one twice. Okay, so you got to just make sure that you hit them. Ideally, you want to do this on the first infected round, which is usually round 8 or 9. If not, you're going to have to wait much longer. I think there are like 10 rounds in between sometimes for waiting for the next one. So get infected, let one of these guys hit you, get infected, and then go and hit your switch. If you're assigned a switch or if you're solo, hit all 4 switches, then you're going to clear yourself or decontaminate, and then we're going to go look for Bill Paxton's card. So his card is right inside the main door on the right-hand side behind these panes of glass. Well, they were blocked off. There are these 2 little slots that were blocked off. Well, his card is leaning against, I think it was a monitor or a keyboard, and his card is leaning there facing us. It's upside down, and you just walk up to the card and you hit X. Now, again, if Bill Paxton or the Mr. Kahn character is playing in the game, he's the one that has to pick it up. If he's not, then it could be any one of the characters that can pick it up. And that is the 4th and final key card or security card that we were tasked with picking up. All right, so now that we have all 4 key cards, the next step is to get them upgraded. If you remember what the computer said, it said we needed to upgrade our security level. Well, how are we going to do that exactly? Well, once we had all 4 key cards, we ran around and we were killing zombies, and the zombies started dropping key cards. If you saw that, it's very hard to see. They don't flash, they don't glow. They're very difficult to see. They're sort of black, they're spinning around, and they're sort of in mid-air. And you just run over them and you pick them up, and you can see each time you pick one up, your number on your key card, which started at 00, increments. So you have to get that number up to 49. You have to kill a bunch of zombies. Not every zombie will drop a key card, but it's random, but you have to kill and collect enough of these key cards in order to get your number to 49. Now remember, they don't last forever. They sit there, so if you're running small circles, that's probably best. If you're running really large circles or a large route, then it might be difficult. You're going to have to backtrack and make sure you pick them up before they disappear, okay? So the goal is to get your card to say 49 on it, and then we go to the next step. All right, so all the players' cards are at level 49. Well, let's go get a clue from the computer. We got to activate the computer, and it's going to tell us or give us a hint as to what to do here.
User has not logged in today.
So we have to log in. We do that by scanning our fingerprints. There are 4 fingerprint scanners located around the map, and you just got to go up to, each player has to go up to a different one and hit X and scan your fingerprints. Now, we're only going to show 2 here. The first is across from the MP11. Reason being is that Xbox Live is down. I can't even log into the game, so I can't get this footage for you. I meant to come back and get the other 2, but there are 2 more located around the map, all right? The first one is by the MP11. You go up, you hit X, and it turns green. Another player can't use it. They have to find a different one, so let's go to the second one. So the second one, we're in the morgue. We're basically up top, and you'll see us jump down to where the computer is. So Hyper actually activated his, so we have 2 players. We activated them both. Again, there are 2 others located in the map. I'll do a follow-up video later on, and here's what the computer says.
Authorization accepted.
If you have clearance to hear this message, then the test is a success. You have 24 hours to proceed to the rendezvous point and initiate phase 2. Good luck.
Power has been restored to the EXO testing facility.
The very last step, the final step to our Easter egg is to activate the EXOs. We go back to the location where we first got our EXOs, and all players must hit X.
Time to suit up.
Experimental weapon upgrade station online.
Now, the computer said a couple of things. Experimental weapons upgrade system online. That unlocks the weapons upgrade system that is in the EXO lab. I don't know if I didn't get a clear shot of it. There it is. Well, I just passed by it. So it's a weapon upgrade. It allows you to upgrade weapons to Mark 25 instead of just Mark 20. But here's what happens outside, and I didn't get the footage. This is from our live stream. Check it out.
I don't know. But the music
Why'd the music start?
There's a hell. I hear it.
I'm coming.
Oh, there's a helicopter outside.
Is there? No way. Oh my god, I hear it too. Are you... Whoa, hold on, I got...
Whoa, it got downed! It just got downed.
What?
And achievement.
It got down. We got it. What do you mean it got downed?
It got shot down. Game over, man.
And that's it, guys. Game over, man. Game over. That is the Easter egg. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope it helped. We'll catch you next time.